We rise as voices of the unbound. No chains can echo where truth is found. The drums of thought ignite the ground. A storm of freedom's holy sound. We breathe through fire, we walk through scars. We tear down borders, rewrite the stars. No creed, no flag, no God to own. The world itself becomes our throne. We march where prophets fear to tread, through ashes of the lies we fed. The age of silence now is drowned in thunder from the unbound ground. We are not names, we are the flame that burns through every holy shame. The law of mind, the creed of will, the pulse that time can't hope to kill. Our skin's no nation, our faith no chain. We love through reason, not through pain. Every hymn we burn, we sing anew. The sky reborn in deeper hue. No God above, no master's claim. No ritual can own our name. The drums within our hearts decree. All minds are born to disobey, be free. The sacred roars from every street, where dust and revolution meet. No prayer survives when art takes breath. We paint creation out of death.
We are the sinners that God forgot, the thinkers the empires fought. But logic now becomes divine. The age of doubt begins to shine.
They raised their flags, we raised our thought. They preached the truths that fear had bought. We shattered dogma bone by bone and built our creed in the unknown. No tongue is pure, no land confined. The voice of man is undefined. Every culture melts in flame till truth and love are one and same. They cage the artist, ban the song, but silence doesn't hold for long. Creation hums where prisons fall and beauty answers freedom's call. We are the heretics crowned by stars, rebels reborn from mental scars. We laugh at rules the ages made and bloom through every masquerade. No borders sacred, no idol safe. The mind refuses to be enslaved. Each thought a hammer, each breath a war. We break the locks forevermore. The soil forgets the tyrant's name. The oceans chant, the rebels flame. From ruin's throat a song is found. The drums of freedom still resound. We wear no title, no sect, no hue. We are the dawn breaking through. For every chain the past designed, we raise an anthem of the mind.
We rise from temples to the dust, from systems rotting under rust. Each pulse of thought, each active fire becomes the march of amplified.
No sin remains where love is pure. No law can cage what's meant to cure. We dance in chaos, calm and wide. Creation hums from every side. We speak in languages unplanned, the words of every rebel band. Translation fails, but meaning flows. In every thought, rebellion grows. We crown no heroes, bow to none. For freedom's never truly done. Each age must bleed, each mind must fight to carve the truth from blind delight. We tear the veil from virtue's face, expose the code of false embrace. The old world trembles, the new one sings. Where thought evolves, creation brings. No cult, no creed, no holy scar. The truth is light wherever you are. We don't destroy, we redefine. The human spark, the grand design. The youth awake, the old walls fall. No fear remains to rule it all. Through chaos, reason builds its throne. The free no longer kneel alone. The drums of liberation roll through every heart, through every soul. No heaven promised, no hell in sight. Only thought, the new divine light.